Prominent politicians have tried to prevent the creation of a U.S. central bank. Others have tried to abolish the Federal Reserve. More than a few were killed. Presidents Lincoln, Jackson, Garfield, McKinley, Kennedy, Congressman Larry McDonald, and Senators John Hines and John Tower all opposed central banking. President Lincoln was shot to death in Ford's Theater. President Garfield was shot to death. President McKinley and President Kennedy were also shot to death. On January 30th, 1835, President Andrew Jackson was leaving the U.S. Capitol after attending the funeral of South Carolina Representative Warrant R. Davis. As he was leaving, an unemployed house painter named Richard Lawrence pulled out a pistol, aimed straight at Jackson, and pulled the trigger. The pistol failed to fire. Undeterred, Lawrence pulled out a second pistol, aimed straight at Jackson again, and pulled the trigger. Again, the second pistol failed to fire. Everyone stood around, stunned. Jackson, who was older and in frail health, was walking with a cane at the time. As everyone stood around not knowing what to do, Jackson started beating Lawrence with his cane. Finally, someone restrained Lawrence. A century later, the Smithsonian Institute researchers conducted a study of Lawrence's pistols, during which both guns discharged properly on the test's first try. It was later determined that the odds of both guns misfiring during the assassination attempt were 1 in 125,000. Congressmen McDonald and Senators Hines and Tower died in suspicious plane crashes. Congressman McDonald died on a commercial airliner that was shot down by the Russians in 1983 for violating their airspace on the flight from Korea to Alaska. Senators Hines and Tower died in separate plane crashes only one day apart in 1991.